Let's talk about the New Orleans Saints against the Cardinals. This review is probably going to be a little short. Um, Not feeling well. You can probably tell by any of the other videos that you've seen. So, if my voice feels shot, probably is. But we're gonna grind through, and yeah, this will be a pretty brief. So, going through the game, going into the game, I will say I just didn't really have much expectations for this game. I mean, the Cardinals are a pretty average NFL team right now. I don't think they're going to be contending for the Super Bowl. I also don't think they're going to be contending for the number one pick. Um, they're in that like gray area that you don't necessarily want to be in. Um, so, and the Saints, I mean. I don't. It's not like they're going to be competing for a playoff spot. I wouldn't say we're in the gray area either. Um, I mean, you got some young guys. I wouldn't even say young. I mean, considering you have a rookie quarterback who's 25 years old, you have a wide receiver you just traded for that's in the second season that's 27. You have Rashid Shaheed who's 27 years old, which that one startled me today. I was discussing trading for him in fantasy, and couldn't come to an agreement mainly because he's coming off of a serious knee injury, and he's 27 years old, and he's also not doing kick return duties, which was very odd to me. Um, so first quarter, I've been saying all preseason, schematically, the defense looks great. And defense was playing exceptional on the first drive of the game, forced a 4th and 22 punt. Um, Offense wasn't able to get anything going, and they had the punt on their first drive. But only points of the first quarter was a Chad Ryland field goal from 42 yards out for the Cardinals. Second quarter, Alvin Kamara ran in an 18-yard touchdown. Alvin's back, baby. I love watching him, man. This game kind of defines the vets of this team. Alvin's still playing at a high level. Cameron Jordan shocked me. He was really explosive in this game. Um, and Demario Davis is as great as ever. Demario hasn't lost a step whatsoever. It's crazy to me that Demario Davis in his 30s is like on another level compared to Demario Davis in his 20s. Um, so yeah, Alvin Kamara ran an 18-yard touchdown. It was awesome. Tightrope in the sideline, and this was also what the 1,000th touchdown scored in the Superdome. Um, Kind of ironic. It came from Alvin, one of the greatest Saints ever. Um, I mean, he's the best Saints running back ever. I don't think it's frankly close. Um, and the Superdome, I mean, think about all the history that has gone into the Superdome, from the Dome Patrol all the way to the early 2000s with Aaron Brooks to the post-Katrina era of the Saints winning the Super Bowl, to the 2010s with Drew breaking all of those records. Um, and I couldn't have asked for another player to have scored that touchdown. Um, Moving on to the defensive side, if there's one issue to this defense, and I said it in the last Saints video, Kool-Aid McKinstry is definitely an eyesore on this team. He couldn't keep up with Marvin Harrison Jr. at all throughout the entire game. He just Marvin Harrison Jr. is a really good wide receiver. In my opinion, he's an elite wide receiver. I don't think he's gotten to the elite level yet, but he's an elite level talent. Um, but he just couldn't cover him whatsoever on anything. Kool-Aid can be an okay corner two, but as a corner one, it's rough. I mean, I don't know many corner ones that are worse than Kool-Aid. And again, Kool-Aid could probably be a really good slot corner. I think we have three good slot corners playing corner right now between Alante, between Kool-Aid, um, and even Jonas Sanker could, as a safety, could play down in the nickel. Um, but yeah, Kyler Murray threw a 1 yard touchdown to Marvin Harrison Jr. It was a mesh concept, and Kool-Aid couldn't keep up with him. Even there, though there was a natural pick in the route on Marvin Harrison, he just still couldn't keep up with him. The one huge issue of this game, there was a lot of penalties. Um, I felt like I was just watching last year. Kellen Moore, man, this was one of the worst coaching performances I've seen. Um, I don't think the offense played all that bad, and I don't think the defense played all that bad. But some of the decisions, some of the penalties, they really just screwed them. The timeouts, some of the play calls, like trying to call in a spike with like 40 seconds left when you could have called a play to give you more time. I didn't like some of the decisions from Kellen Moore in this game. Blake Grupe, obviously Grupe's still playing great, had a 36-yard field goal. Or Kyler Murray threw a 4 yard touchdown to James Conner. Um, yeah, wait, did he throw it? I don't remember him throwing the touchdown to. I remember James Conner scoring a touchdown, but it was. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. What am I thinking? Um, yeah, James Conner had the touchdown from 4 yards. Cardinals led 17-10 at halftime. It was an optimistic first half. A lot better than I thought. Defense was playing great, but ended with the touchdown allowed. Offense was getting momentum going into the second half. Like I really liked what I saw, especially as Spencer Rattler. I think I'll get to him. Third quarter, flag on the Saints on the kickoff. Like, really, there was a clear lack of discipline in this team, and I was talking about that in every single episode last season. So please, please, Kellen Moore, figure it out. Um, Defense was continuing the fold on run and pass plays, allowing big chunks. Unlike what we saw in the first half or in the first few drives. Um, there was like so much aggressive style of defense here, and they were allowing patient runs, especially a long one from Trey Benson. Um, which on that play, Carl Granderson was hauling. I mean, he was. I was shocked. Carl Granderson's really good. He's in my opinion, I don't think we should re-sign Chase Young because of Carl Granderson, but I digress. Chad Ryland had a 50-yard field goal. Kool-Aid, like I said, he can be really good corner three, but as a starter, he's not playing well in coverage or in against the run. Um, Spencer Rattler under pressure was very good. Um, I was I was impressed by what I saw of Spencer Rattler. I think he was poised. I think he was making good decisions. Um, the drives weren't being finished. I don't blame him. I do blame the play calling. I think the play calling was just they'd have good momentum on drives, but then they'd have no idea how to. It just turned into spaghetti for the rest of the drive. That's how it was on offense and defense. It's like didn't know what. It's like they knew the script, but they didn't know how the script ended. So. But Rattler had a good game. I think anyone who watched him in this game, he was running, he was calm in the pocket. Like he was a lot better than even what I saw out of in the preseason. Um, I really liked what I saw out of him. He was throwing quick passes, he was making good reads. Um, but then on third down, you called a fade to the wide receiver in the red zone. weren't even in the goal line. I don't understand. Blake Krupe ended up missing a 38-yard field goal, wide right, and that kind of shifted the momentum from that drive forward into the Cardinals' favor. Um, Defense was having a hard time wrapping up anyone. Again, lack of discipline. I felt like I was watching like the mid 2000s Saints defense, mid 2010s Saints defense. Um, there was easy conversions for the Cardinals offense. I will say, but a four-man pressure gave Carl Granderson and Cameron Jordan a sack to force a punt. It was very clutch of the defensive line. Not even any like mixed pressure. Like you didn't see a linebacker coming or it's DB. It was just a four-man pressure, and it was great to see. Um, Something we didn't even see last year. So defensively, I mean, I liked what I saw most of the time, but fourth quarter there was too many inconsistencies on the drives from play calling. I just didn't like it. Like there was a Chris Olave got hurt again, and I feel bad for Olave because he's such a talented player, but he should not be put into situations like he was by some of the quarterbacks that he's had, by some of the play callers that he's had. There was a play call for a screen. Olave was in motion, which was very clear and obvious. It should have been a misdirection, have Olave in motion, throw it to the opposite side. But no. Literally, Rattler takes it and throws. It's designed to go to Olave. And the Cardinals read it like a book. Um, and Olave got annihilated by Will Johnson. Um, I don't know what to do with Olave because he's getting hurt. I feel bad. Like it has nothing to do with him either. It's just some of the hits he's taking are punishing. And like you can go back to all the injuries, all the concussions he's sustained. And it's like I want him to work out with Devontae Smith because like Devontae Smith just bounces off of guys and he's like 150 pounds. Like, not he's not actually 150 pounds, but Devontae Smith was a very small receiver, and he is a very talented receiver at the same time. And he just bounces off guys like it's nothing. And I can't believe I'm watching someone like Devontae Smith do stuff like that. Olave probably should work out with him for an off season. That's all. Um, And I hate that the quarterbacks and the play callers are putting Olave in the situation to get annihilated over the middle of the field, get like throwing him into the direction of a defender. Like it sucks. Um, he doesn't put himself in those situations. It's other people who put him in those situations, and I feel very bad for him. Olave might go somewhere else and be a very, very successful receiver. That's what I get. Um, False start penalties continue to plague the team. Special teams was missing tackles, allowing a punt return to go into field goal range. Luckily, Chad Ryland's 46-yard field goal was blocked by defensive tackle Brian Bresee, who I've been talking about. He cleared the offensive line and blocked it. It was incredible. Um, One issue with the offensive line, they were struggling in the run game. It just didn't seem like they were getting much going on. Also, Penning wasn't playing in this game, so there's that. Um, Also, I'm pretty sure Fuaga got hurt in this game, so you saw Amin Richards, who we traded for from the Cowboys, and that's probably when the run game really started struggling. Um, Terrible play calls inside the 10-yard line, despite a well-orchestrated drive by Spencer Rattler in the offense. Like there was an opportunity to tie this game up or potentially win the game. Illegal formation on the field goal uh was ridiculous. Like it's just it's simple stuff that we're missing. And I do blame the coaches for this. I blame Kellen Moore for this. Um, Groupie, either way, he kicks a 28-yard field goal. Saints get the ball back with 2 minutes left with a clutch drive by the defense. Defense, hats off to them. Um, Despite a really good final drive and a drop, there was a drop in the end zone by Juwan Johnson. Buda Baker's one of the best safeties in the NFL. Um, Knocks the ball right out of Juwan Johnson's hands in the end zone. Nothing much you can do with that. It was bad, probably a bad throw from Spencer Rattler on the final play, but otherwise, like I said, that spike that Kellen Moore had, like, I don't know why you're calling a spike there, when you could have called another play. I don't know if that was Rattler's decision or not, but that shouldn't have been even a thought. Cardinals end up winning 20-13. Um, no Chase Young in this game, no Dylan Raduns replaced Trevor Penning at guard. Also, small note, Saints were wearing black helmets, gold jerseys, black pants for the first time in franchise history. Like I've said about the uniform, I love the gold jerseys. Pants, kind of wish there was a stripe on the black pants. And instead of just a logo, it's black pants with the Saints logo. It's boring. Um, and the helmet, I don't know how you can screw up the black helmet last year. You should have thrown it out. You shouldn't even thrown it out. Just get rid of the weird Saints logo pattern stripe that you got going on. Get rid of that. Throw a stripe on there. It's already 100 times better. Um, but no, they got the weird pattern on it, so whatever. Um, yeah, that was the game. I mean, I liked what I saw out of Spencer Rattler. The run game was doing well. Receivers, there's not, I mean, there wasn't a lot going on. I think Juwan Johnson got heavily involved because you have a younger quarterback trying to develop chemistry with just trying to get a reliable target, and Juwan Johnson's that guy for him. Um, Getting Olave involved, Shaheed involved. I want to see more Devon Vele involved. Um, got Brandon Cooks involved. It was nice to see Brandon Cooks get some action back as a Saint. Um, and then yeah, the defense. I thought the defense played well enough. There were a couple drives here and there, but I think the Saints defense put the team in position to win. I think the offense struggled to finish down the stretch. A lot of inconsistencies, and I drive it all the way back to coaching. This was a awful coached game. Um, Kellen Moore needs to really figure it out because you're playing the Cardinals and you're struggling at coaching. I mean, I, I mean, it's you got to be better than this. Otherwise, you won't make it past this year. So, with that being said, the Saints are hosting the Niners next week. Um, I mean, I didn't think going into this, I kind of had this as a loss. Now Brock Purdy's not going to be playing, no George Kittle. Niners are going to be banged up. So if this might be a defensive battle game, um, could be playing Mac Jones this week. So Saints defense, if they can hold up, if the offense can play if the offense can play just a little better than they did this week and finish out drives, then there's actually a chance to beat the Niners. But coaching's just got to be a lot better because you're gonna be running to Kyle Shanahan. So with that being said, I will see you guys next week when I review the Saints and 49ers game. So until then, go Saints.